Many famous acting families have made us laugh and cry since the beginning of the film era. While some have to find their own way to the top, these Hollywood dynasties pass down a heritage of popularity and recognition. Even among this elite section of society, specific family names come up time and again as their members seem to succeed in everything they try. When you think of the most famous acting families of all time, you might be tempted to think of names like Cagney, Hackman, or even De Niro. Well, you're not too far off, but the truth behind the real Hollywood dynasties may surprise you. While those three may be great actors, there are others who had their paths to fame paved for them long before they were born. Let's see who they are. In the nearly 4 decades since her debut as a child star, Drew Barrymore has been the most famous member of her family. She starred in the movies E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Boys on the Side, and The Wedding Singer. But the Barrymore family's glorious history in the entertainment industry all started with her great-uncle Lionel. He starred in It's a Wonderful Life in 1946 and A Free Soul in 1931, both of which earned him Oscars for Best Actor. During the time of silent films, his brother John earned a lot of praise for his work. Although John Carradine was a respected character actor during his era, from the 1930s through the 1960s, his sons and grandchildren brought the Carradine name into the mainstream sphere and made it recognizable in Hollywood. The late David Carradine, Kung Fu, Kill Bill, Brothers Keith and Robert, Deadwood, Dexter, and Robert, Revenge of the Nerds, all had a great deal of success in their careers, whether it be on television or in film. Martha Plimpton, the daughter of actor Keith Carradine, has been meeting expectations as an actress since she was a child. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, Lloyd Bridges starred in the television series Sea Hunt. He also had a significant supporting role in the 1980 film Airplane and made guest appearances on Seinfeld. Sons Bo, who has won 3 Emmys and 2 Golden Globes, and Jeff, who won an Oscar for his performance in 2009's Crazy Heart, have more than managed to carry on the family's acting legacy. Both sons have won multiple awards for their work in the film industry. The Arquette's 5 famous family members may get all the attention, but their father, Louis, of the Waltons fame, and grandfather, Cliff, who starred in Dave and Charlie, were also big deals in the movie industry. Younger film lovers probably recognize Patricia Arquette from Boyhood. Rosanna Arquette is also a seasoned performer in the film industry. You may recognize her from Desperately Seeking Susan and Pulp Fiction. David may be the most recognized of the 3 brothers because of his starring roles in Scream and Never Been Kissed. She also enjoyed a pro wrestling career and got married to Friends actress Courtney Cox. Jamie Lee Curtis, known for roles in films such as Halloween, Prom Night, and True Lies, is perhaps more prominent than her actor parents, but she had to begin somewhere. Her late father, Tony Curtis, most known for his roles in films such as The Defiant Ones and The Boston Strangler, had a cinematic career that lasted for 60 years. It is possible that Jamie Lee Curtis's late mother, Janet Leigh, who starred in the film Psycho, was responsible for her meteoric rise to fame as the scream queen of the late 1970s and early 1980s. There is a good chance that there is no funnier family anywhere in the world than the Wayans. The sketch television show In Living Color, the handiwork of Keenan Ivory Wayans, aired in the early 1990s. It was the catalyst for the family's meteoric rise to fame. You can see Damon Wayans in The Last Boy Scout and My Wife and Kids. Meanwhile, Marlon and Sean Wayans were standouts in Scary Movie and White Chicks. Their sister, comedian Kim Wayans, is still making us laugh to this day. The Redgrave family has been a Hollywood mainstay for 5 generations. Michael Redgrave received Oscar nominations in the 50s and 60s, but his daughter Vanessa Redgrave achieved the most success. She was nominated for an Academy Award 6 times before finally taking home the gold for her supporting performance in Julia, 1977. Meanwhile, Lynn, the deceased sister, was nominated for an Academy Award, an Emmy, a Tony Award, and a Grammy, but she never took home a trophy. Natasha Richardson, daughter of Vanessa, had a great acting career before her unexpected death from a skiing accident at age 45. In Hollywood, her sister Jolie Richardson is thriving, with roles in Nip Tuck and The Tudors. It would be surprising if the Smith children didn't end up in the entertainment industry. Given that Will Smith, known from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Independence Day, and Men in Black, and Jada Pinkett Smith, A Different World and The Nutty Professor, are their parents. When it comes to combining acting and music careers, Jaden, The Karate Kid, Life in a Year, and Willow, I Am Legend, have followed in their parents' footsteps, although both prefer to put more of an emphasis on their musical careers. Laura Dern was honored with Golden Globe and Emmy Awards for her performances in Jurassic Park, Enlightened, and Big Little Lies. She undoubtedly inherited some good genes from her famous family. Laura's father, the legendary actor Bruce Dern, Coming Home, Nebraska, is widely regarded as one of the best actors in the history of cinema. Meanwhile, her mother, Diane Ladd, was nominated for an Academy Award for the role she played in Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, 1974, Wild at Heart, 1990, and Rambling Rose, 1991. Kirk and Michael Douglas were the Hollywood equivalent of a father and son power duo. The legendary Kirk, champion, detective story, died in February 2020 at 103. Meanwhile, Michael's portrayal of corporate thief Gordon Gekko in Wall Street earned him an Academy Award. Acclaimed films in which Michael appeared include Romancing the Stone, Fatal Attraction, and The American President, among others. Michael's mom, Diana, also had a memorable role as Peg in the classic movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. We are familiar with the actresses Emily from Bones and Zoe, who starred in New Girl and, of course, 500 Days of Summer. However, we didn't know that these talented sisters grew up in the entertainment industry. Their mother, Mary Jo, is arguably most well known for her role as John Glenn's modest and soft-spoken wife in The Right Stuff, which aired in 1984. She worked alongside their father, Caleb, an established cinematographer and filmmaker. It seems family connections will take you a long way in Hollywood. Singer-actor Eddie Fisher has two famous daughters from his marriages to Debbie Reynolds, Three Little Words, the unsinkable Molly Brown, and Connie Stevens. Carrie Fisher, Reynolds' daughter, and an iconic Star Wars character, will be fondly remembered for her portrayal of Princess Leia. Jolie Fisher, best known for her appearances on Ellen and her role in Last Man Standing, is also an accomplished actress in her own right. Carrie Fisher's daughter Billie Lourd has appeared in films like Booksmart, 2019, American Horror Story, 2017-22, and Ticket to Paradise, 2022.